helpful for you. And if you have a question, we will have also some minutes for discussions. Will be really good opportunity to ask. So before continuing, I just wanted to inform you that today's meeting will be recorded. So Svetlana will help me with this. And now I will give the floor to her to present our guests. Svetlana.
Thank you very much, Tanya. Today we have two guests. Lucia Salto, Dr. Lucia Salto is from University of Turin, is one of our mentors, very famous mentors in the mentoring program. She also led another course several months ago. With our program, please everybody switch off your mics. And what is important now, she also invited one of her students at her university to tell us about more about her career choices and her career development. And this is Dr. Luisa Marena. So now I start recording. And first I will tell you about very few words about self-assessment opportunities at career support scheme at Euraccess, and also self-assessment opportunities on Euraccess portal. So right now you have to already see the scheme. Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we do at Sofia University, and practically what is done actually at all universities in Europe, it is practically supporting the career of the young researcher from the very first point. And what we advise at the very first point, the first year of the PhD study, is to register in whatever research networks and make profiles in possible networks everywhere they could, so that they could enlarge from the very beginning of their career their personal network of contacts, also to be visible everywhere. And the second step is, of course, self-assessment. Self-assessment at this point is needed just to see where you are, in order to see what is your motivation, what is your stage of development of skills, etc. stuff. Then it's advisable to join any possible skills training wherever you can find it in the research area. Then you reach the point at the second year of your PhD study, where you should think on preparing your career plan. At this very stage, you need some support from a career consultant if this service is available at your university. And then together with your career consultant, you can work on your career plan. And after the second year of your career study, PhD study, you may do another self-assessment form, and based on the results, together with your career consultant, to choose dedicated training. After the last year, together with the career consultant, you update your career plan and look for opportunities either in academic sphere, which is less possible to continue because it's a very, very competitive area, or rather to move outside academia, where your career consultant is a very important person at this point to advise you how and what to search, what to do, and where to apply. Throughout all of the stages, it's very important to have a mentor. This is something different than your PI, something different than your career consultant. This is another researcher that is not directly related with your career, but can support you in very important. Please switch off your mics. Okay, thank you. Meanwhile, did I manage to turn on recording? Yes. Yes, it's turned on. So, okay, thank you for switching off your mics while you are not talking to us. And we continue with something else to show. Last thing that I forgot to mention is that Euraccess, we are glad that Euraccess provides free of charge and available for all researchers globally a mentoring program. That is actually today seminar is part of it. So don't hesitate to visit our mentoring program website to register and to test yourself the benefits of this powerful tool. Now I will show how you can benefit from Euraccess in another way. This is the Euraccess portal. I have to again ask for switching off your microphone, sorry. But it's really important for the rest to hear well what is in the seminar. So this is our Euraccess European portal. Apart from it, there are also national portals, but on the Euraccess main portal, European portal, as you can see, it's a formal initiative of the European Commission. We do provide different and very powerful tools for career development of the researchers under this section. Under this section is also a subsection for researchers, and for organizations we are in the subsection for researchers, and this is the career handbook for young researchers. Under this section you can find guidance and different useful information and tools for preparing your career plan, for preparing for your career choices, etc. In the career handbook, you have to be patient because my internet is obviously very slow. But in the career handbook, there are several opportunities for self-assessment. One of them is to reach this career development E2 that has a section for self-assessment. All these links will be provided to you later on, so don't worry, don't hesitate to visit, you'll have them all to visit and try. There is a self-assessment on interests and skills tools, and also self-assessment tools that lead to external providers of a different type of self-assessment. Another internal one is also this No Limits toolkit. It's your access toolkit for assessing your values and motivations, and also for your skills. This is, again, to be patient. This is another tool for career orientation. And the final one is that I just mentioned, No Limits tool, that has sections for assessing the values and motivation, and also for assessing your skills. So this was all from me. Now I stop sharing. As I said, if you have questions, you may write it in the chat, or just take your microphone on and ask questions now or later on, but all the links and tools will be provided to you. Okay, I don't see any hands raised nor questions in the chat. So,
good morning.
Good morning, listening.
I just have one question. What criteria can I rely on to select a mentor, to choose a mentor?
To choose a mentor. There are several options.
Thank you.
In the wait a second to go to the mentoring program. There are several options for criteria that you can choose. For instance, wait a second. I need to log in first. I will just show directly on the portal how it works. There is a searching tool. If you are not registered, you will be able to do that very easy. Okay, not very easy, because you have to fill in a lot of stuff. But apart from this fact, you please remember always that all these details that you fill in later on help your colleagues in the mentoring program to look at your profile and choose whether to contact you or whether to request joining in a mentorship couple. So right now I will share my screen showing how it works. So this is the mentoring program website from inside. Once you register, you'll be able to use this tool. Here you learn about the program. This is available for everyone. It's open information. But once you register, you may use this tool. And here you see the criteria for choosing a mentor. You may choose a mentor depending on years of research experience or combined criteria. Also, where he's based right now, if or she. If you are interested to go to this country, you may choose a mentor that is right now there and has experience in this research sphere, research system of this country. Also, you may choose a mentee or a mentor depending on country of interest. Also, you may choose regarding, this is a very important, main research field. Usually, in the global mentoring program, mentees choose a mentor depending on they look for a mentor in their research field, the same research field. But it's very important that sometimes one of the most successful mentorships go interdisciplinary. For instance, if you're in biological area and choose a mentor in IT, this could be very helpful for your research further and for your career. So, for instance, we can choose chemistry and look for a mentor in chemistry, and we press apply. And you see that there are 12 mentors in this area, and they are listed over here. You may visit their Sabino is one of my favorite mentors, so let's visit his website, his profile. And once you read his profile and see what is his expertise and what areas of 6 predefined topics he can cover, then you may decide that Sabino is your choice of a mentor, and you press this button and request mentorship. From here on, almost everything is automatical, and you receive instruction email from our colleague Tanya. What are your next steps? So this is it. It's very simple. You have to just go and use what exactly this searching engine that could help you faster start your mentorship. Of course, you can count on automatical tool that every single second looks for your best match, but sometimes it's more not so fast, more slow, because some of the mentors may not be available, because you may make a compromise, you may look for a disciplinary, interdisciplinary mentor, and the automatic tool does not do that. It looks for your perfect match according to the criteria that you fill in the registration form. So this is all from me for now. I stop sharing. Of course, we will have a monthly meeting where we can talk much more on the mentoring program. It's not the right time. Now I invite Lucia to start with her training. It's all visible, Lucia. It's fine. Thank you very much. You may start.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Is that okay? Because so good. Hello, everyone. First of all, let me express all my gratitude to Svetlana Dimitrova and Tanya Yodanova, who are really great organizer and really very proactive colleagues, and I'm always very pleased to be invited, or anyway to cooperate with them, to collaborate with them to their the wide variety of initiatives organized by Euraccess Bulgaria. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for inviting me today. I'm very happy to be here because this is one of my focus. Just a few words about me, Lucia Salto. I'm currently working at the University of Torino, Italy, within the context of our doctoral schools. It's a very big schools, and my area, my focus is in Italian we say postdoc, so promotion of doctoral careers, valorization of PhD, of skills acquired by PhD doctoral students during their doctoral training, career organization of career development activities to help them prepare their next professional step. And last but not least, I'm also have been tracking the career of our PhD graduates to better understand the development of their career, and to put emphasis to demonstrate the full employability of PhD graduates, and the wide variety, the broad variety of alternative careers to academic careers for them. So I'm really so happy to be here, and I'm also, and at the end of my speech, I will also introduce our testimonial coming a top PhD graduate from the University of Torino. So I'm going to in this short presentation, and if someone has questions, don't hesitate to write to me or to ask, to write in the chat. I will focus on the relevance, the importance of career support for postdoc, for PhD. Just trying to move I don't know why. Okay. So life, I would start with, let's get started with life after a PhD. What to do next? Because you were in a I would say an ivory tower in your laboratory, conducting research, maybe in a wonderful environment. You are under pressure, but you are in a comfort zone. And now we are at the end of your doctoral path, and this is a period in which you are expected to manage your own career development. And so anyway, everybody knows that PhD, being a PhD, a lot of pressure can be felt, and maybe PhD graduate doctoral students and early career researchers do experience stress from finding funds, striving for excellent research result, or from being dependent on their supervisor. And self-starting might be difficult, and PhD graduates, maybe they might experience guilt from procrastination. And now we arrive to our topic, so career development, career survey, career decisions. What is career development? It's more than just deciding what job you want to get after your PhD. I would say that it is like a self-journey. It's a lifelong process, meaning that for your life you will change situation, you will change yourself, you will change, situations will change, and you will have to make career and life decision. That's why you have now to concentrate a bit after your research, your scientific research, on career development. The PhD is really a complex experience that only each individual researcher can figure is our best possible professional matching. But anyway, you need support in in understanding how to proceed, how to do it. So you really need help to learn and to start to explore the great number, the endless, I would say, possibility in front of you from different perspectives. And that's why many universities, Euraccess itself, are setting up, are creating career services for PhDs and for your needs, to ensure that PhD doctoral students are really very well prepared for a career in and outside academia, to provide them with skills, allowing to pursue careers in both the academic and non-academic sectors. And career services exist to explore, to help you, if you want, especially if you decide to leave academia, but even if you stay in academia, you have to explore the infinite possibilities. And for the ones who are going to move or intending to move to other sectors, to explore the job market, and finally to find a job suitable to your qualifications. PhD students at the end of their doctoral path are in need of help to find strategies to land the perfect job, because you are employable, but you have to spend your title, because you invested so much time. Universities themselves invested so money in your training, and you have to learn. PhD, so career service are created to learn, also to explain how to stand out and get hired, because this is the problem, to stand out of the crowd. So I think that so my presentation would like to put emphasis on the relevance of assessment, and but also of career counseling. And I strongly recommend to start to think now about, even if you are not at the end of your PhD, maybe towards the end, 1 year before the end, please start thinking about your next professional step, to figure out how to organize everything, how to plan your next professional move, so job search skills. This is one of the goal of career services and professional work in there. I'm going to give you some more detail during the presentation. They are giving you tips and tricks to communicate your value, because the problem is that in this period of my life, working with postdoctoral student, I would say, topics, I can see that at least in my country, but not only my country, outside of academia, maybe your title is not very well understood, and recruiters don't really, sometimes don't appreciate your title, because maybe they don't know exactly what a PhD is. So career service in this step, when you are preparing your next professional step, you really need a professional helping you to learn how to stand out from the crowd, how to pick your best achievements and communicate it, how to convey the right message to attract attention, how to write a killer resume, CV, and handle a job interview, because you are going to be invited. If you want to be hired, you have to overcome job interview. And our testimonial will focus on how it works, because a job interview is not the same as when you apply for a position in academia. So finding your job jungle, finding your way around the job jungle. What is the job panorama for your future as a PhD? What is the work culture? How do companies look for talent? How to get ready to face any challenge and head on? So career services and professional working there, career coaching, career consultants, so professional around this kind of services can really help you to survive, to better organize your postdoc. What do you do with the result of your assessment? Learn more about careers suggested by your assessment. Explore career option in a peer group. I would say that your self-assessment is the basis for how you will determine whether jobs may be a good fit for you or not. And I would say that each time you have work experience you particularly enjoyed or not, reflect on what you liked or didn't like about that experience, because this is very important when you are planning your future career, your future professional future. So let's start with your strengths and weaknesses. Assessing your strengths and weaknesses when you are an early career researcher, a fresh PhD graduate, could be key to your long-term development. But how to identify your strengths and weaknesses? Well, ask yourself, which of these areas are you most inspired by or interested in? Which of these themes scare you? And finally, on both counts, ask yourself why and look at possible way of changing your perception of a competency. This is an important starting point to think about your strengths and weaknesses. And there are also tools. This presentation is meant to be a sort of inspiration for you. There are tools, maybe some of you already know. Professionals, Vita is the Career Development Center for the UK, for example, do develop tools to help early career researchers. The research, the RDF, for example, is a framework, is a development research development framework aimed, whose goal is to plan, promote, support the personal, professional, and career development of researchers. And it articulates the knowledge, behavior, and attributes of successful researcher to help them really understand their full potential. Maybe just have a look at it, because it might help you to evaluate and plan your professional development. And this tools is also very useful to manager and supervisor in the role of supporting the development of a researcher, as well as to trainers, developer, human resources specialist, career advisor in the planning of support for researcher development. And it can also be interesting to have a look at it, because employers themselves can understand through these tools the skills, the unique skills owned by early career researchers. The same tool, the same thing has also been more or less, it depends upon your way of organizing your work, or is DocPro. It is another professional tool whose goal is to help professional and employer recruiters to grasp the full potential of PhD, to their added value. And it describes the 24 core competencies, I mean skills, transferable skills doctoral students develop in the course of the doctoral training, and providing an overview of your competencies to address 3 key needs, promoting the idea that a PhD holder is a professional. So isn't any longer a student, but is a professional with all competencies needed to meet the needs of companies, for example. DocPro also is meant to bridge the gap, to build or build a bridge between academia and and companies, giving a common language, translating academic language in transferable skills acquired by PhD, and really very, very useful in other contexts, in the corporate world, for example, and facilitated the communication between PhD holders, seeking new career opportunities and recruitment of
Please switch off your mics.
May I go? Thank you. And Find Your Doctor. This is just 1 minute for a very short presentation of the sole agency in Italy created for PhD graduates, a sort of self-employment employment agency, acknowledged by our Ministry of Research, and created to meet the needs of PhD graduates, early career researchers, in search of opportunities, professional opportunities. They are working with several Italian universities. They organize training for PhD to help them become aware of all their potential in terms of transferable skills. They are providing companies and non-academic organizations the expertise of PhD students and holders all around the country. So they're also helping PhD to get good position in companies. At the same time, they are facilitating the meeting between companies and PhD, helping recruiters to use PhD in the appropriate way. And at the same time, so PhD is also involved in an activity aiming to help researchers self-assess, oriented on the job market, learn their own value, how to communicate it, and the tools that can help figure their future career. So this is just an example of way to sort of. This is not a career service, because this is it was created as it was at the very beginning a startup. But anyway, this is an example of experiences, concrete experiences of activities, initiative to orient, to provide coaching, consulting to PhD graduates. And now I think that you need also, we have to clarify the meaning of career services, career coaching, career counseling, career consulting. I put for you some definition to orient you now that you are at the end of your PhD or your doctoral training, and maybe you find the jungle, you have to orient to understand the job market, to find professional, because you need professional. I think help experience who can help you to do the right move, to find the best job opportunities, to understand the changing the job market, which is constantly changing. What is a career consultant? Who is? He's an experienced professional helping an individual overcome specific challenges in their career. What does a career consultant do? He helps people figure out how to make a career change. Maybe in your life you will have to make a career change. He offers career insights to entrepreneurs and business leaders. Maybe work with people who have recently become unemployed, find a new job. He provides assistance to individuals in understanding the qualification needed for their careers. Is managing tests and assessment to understand their client skills, personality and working styles. Is providing career-related guidance to experienced professionals. And what does a career coach do? So there is a slightly difference in career coaching. I would say the concept of career coaching is relatively new because both company and employee now are searching for ways to hit in this difficult economic climate to hit that sweet spot. So a career coach works to help their client reach their full potential. She helps you reach your long-term goals. It's more focused on your long-term goal, while a career consultant is more focused on helping you to find a solution to a specific problem. Maybe a career consultant may help you improve your interview skill or rewrite your CV. On the contrary, the career coach is more focusing on your long-term goals. Anyway, so I put a list of things a career coach does and might help you to achieve your goal. Navigate career transition. For career transition, we mean when you move from academia to other contexts. It is not so easy. The most difficult is to reorient your skills and to move and to find job opportunities in other contexts. Provide career advice, help job seekers with job interview skills, examine career assessment results and provide guidance, assist PhD graduates, early career research with career planning, help to set. You have to set also priority. You set career goals and especially long-term professional goals, not just short-term, but also long-term. Explore the new career option opportunities. Advice on how to build your personal brand. Now, there are also books, Brand Yourself. It is so important. It's really very, very important to when you are preparing your professional, your future next professional step to build a brand. Find also work-life balance, setting boundaries and setting priorities. Assist. It can provide you assistance during the job search process. Find footing in the new role or new job. Maybe help you to reskill or upskill in a current job. So reorient your skill, upskill, reskills. It is not so easy to do these things by yourself without a professional helping you. Identify new strategies to enhance career development. And what is a career counselor? I would say that career counselor, and there is the difference between career coaching and career counselor is really very slight, but anyway, there is a slightly difference. Anyways, goal is to assist individuals in identifying their point of strength and of weak interests and skills, and translate them into career opportunities, exploring concretely the job market. They provide guidance and support when you are during the career exploration process. including in identifying career goal, job prospect, and also developing your plan for achieving these goals. So because you really need to be assisted during the job search, because you need tips and tricks, strategies, when you have to prepare your CV, write your motivation letter, when you have to prepare your interview. And it is, I would say that a career service can really play a crucial role. And there you can find career counselor, and if not, you can find contact to arrive to maybe organize a meeting with them. In my during this period, this year spent for on career development, we also invited to our roundtables, organized events on site and online organized for our PhD graduates and doctoral students at the end of their doctoral path. We also invited headhunters, because they really know the job market, what are the skills, the most required skills now, the professional profiles companies are in need of. So, and all this kind of information you can find if you speak with professionals like career counselor, career coaches, and maybe career services. Your Access Career Services at university might really help you to reorient your skill and to find professional you can helping you. As already said, career coaching is similar in nature to career counseling. Career counselor provides you with industry information, advice to help you find a job. A coach does the same, but I would say that takes a deeper look at your life as a whole, paying attention to your values, strengths, and interests. Whereas a career advisor helps you with your job search. Maybe is able to give you the list of open position of in a company or whatever, but it is not the same. He doesn't play the same role of a career coach. So career counseling is not only the goal of career counseling is not only help you make the decision you need to make now, but to give you knowledge and skills you need to make future career and life decisions. It is a process helping individual identifying and exploring career options, making informed decisions about their future, and developing strategies to achieve their goals. I have prepared lots of slides, but anyway, I can say if someone is interested in my slide presentation, I can send it to Svetlana and Tanya, and you can. It is anyway available because I would like to give you. I decided to give you some more details to make you understand the relevance of this kind of profession and of career and the importance for you of counseling, because they can help you explore your interest, value, and skill, understand the relationship between your education and your career goals, make informed decision about your future, develop strategies for achieving your goal, navigate the job market, understanding different job options available for you, manage career transition. This is a difficult process. Career consultant assess the background, skills, and experience of the client, identify other career options, because the object is to capitalize on the skill and taking into consideration the short-term and long-term goals related to the workplace. And just a few more slides, but now I'm going to leave the floor to our testimonial. Career coaches, career counselor can guide you on how to proceed when you want to ask for a pay rise, because you don't know how to. People don't know how to ask. It is difficult to ask for a pay rise, even if you know that you need, that you deserve it, etc. Asking for something you require. It's challenges to ask for additional things that you require absolutely for your work. So they can provide you with tips and guide you toward the best solution. Maybe this involves asking for management assistance, equipment, training for any project. Career coaches, career coaching, and career counseling may help you managing working place interaction, how to manage difficult work relationships, how to manage conflict, and promote. They can help you promote yourself. They can offer guidance on creating cover letters, updating CV, organizing portfolio of work samples, using tracking tools to better promote yourself. Another point, you have to prepare. Don't go to a job interview when you are invited without preparing it, if you want to overcome it. So career coaching, career counseling is meant to exercise to help you in exercising, to assist you in exercising your interview skills, so that you can arrive very well prepared and confident. Maybe they can prepare questions for you to practice before going. They can organize a mock interview to give you this experience. Career coaches can assist you in finding new jobs. If it happens that you have to find new jobs, to leave, or to change your professional profile, they can help you brainstorm your long-term goals and establish smaller short-term objectives. They can help you grow in your current position. Yes, because now I'm very happy I got the position, I was hired, but you have to grow in that position. You are a researcher, you are a PhD, so you deserve it. If you are a leader in an organization, they can help you enhance your leadership abilities. A career coach can help you identify your skill and key strengths by paying attention to the areas where you are most productive. They can also, maybe you are not, it might happen that you are not compatible with your workplace culture. A career counselor can assess your personality, objectively assess your personality. They can also evaluate workplace conflict. A coach is impartial and can help you determine the best course of action to solve conflict or to manage conflict. It happens when you work. Seeking career growth. A coach, a counselor can help you find the opportunities to advance in your current workplace by identifying other employers. Maybe the position in a company is good now, but not in 5 years, because they are not able to offer you opportunities to advance. And so a coach is able to help you identify potential employers, what their expectation of career counseling should be. Your expectation, I meant defining goal, creating room for self-exploration, understanding the job. This is just to sum up the job market, helping turn life teams into career goals. I would say that this is the mission of counseling, helping turn life teams into career goals. And my final slides are on our activities, the activities we carried out, we organized in our university in the last 5 years to help our PhD prepare their postdoctoral career path, with particular focus on career beyond academia, because opportunities in academia are very few in Italy. Strengthen their soft skill, become aware of their full potential in terms of transferable skills, valorize skills acquired during doctoral training, explore and understand the job market. And we invited professionals like coaches, headhunters, recruiters, overcome job interview, build and expand their network, because they also need a network when they have to move to other contexts. So we organize a soft skill training workshop and webinars run by experienced trainers, together also with other universities, French university and Swiss university, roundtables and panel discussion with HR professional, business dinner with recruiters from different companies, mock interview, doc talk with our alumni, participation to career fairs, career tracking. And I also set up a career tracking project to track the career and to demonstrate the full employability of our PhD. And last but not least, now we are also very happy to cooperate with Your Access, because Your Access and Svetlana and Tanya, they are really very experienced. They have a huge network and they are offering so many opportunities. And so I'm really delighted that and pleased that our doctoral students can benefit from all your initiatives. Thank you very much for your attention, and don't hesitate to write to me or to ask for questions. And I think that now, are you leaving the floor? Are you introducing our testimonial? Or Svetlana, are you introducing Luisa Moreno, or shall I do it?
Actually, it's nice you to introduce her,
Okay.
because you are her career counselor. So
Okay.
please do, and welcome to her in our mentor.
Now I'm going to leave the floor to our testimonials, our PhD graduates, Luisa Marena, PhD in complex system from the University of Torino. Well, her professional profile and her surveys are really very, very interesting, original, and showing how many skills are developed during your PhD. So I'm asking Louise, and now she is senior scientist at and head of the innovative cell line characterization lab at Merck in Italy. Louisa, so can you please introduce yourself? Tell us something about your very original and I would say unique background, and what does your job consist of currently? If are there open position at Merck? How does it work in terms of recruitment process?
Thank you very much. I think that you can hear me well, in a good way.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you, Lucia, for the kind introduction, and thanks to invite me to this session. It's a pleasure for me to be here. And let me say before that this is a new type of exercise for me, because I'm used to present scientific data with a PowerPoint presentation, talk about science. And this talk is quite challenging for me, because I have to talk about myself, my career story. And trust me that I spent different times in the last few days with a deeper self-analysis. So as was said before, my name is Luisa Marena. I work at Merck in Ivrea site that is in the north of Italy. And I'm responsible of one of the two labs in molecular biology technology innovation group. And as a group, we provide support using innovative technologies. We provide support to the quality control for the biotech molecules that are produced in Merck. A few words about Merck, just an introduction. Merck is a science and technology company. It's a German family company that was founded more than 350 years ago. And in Merck, there are three main business sectors that are the healthcare, life science, and electronics. And I work in the healthcare part, where we are focused on the treatment of different challenging diseases in different therapeutic areas, such as oncology, neurology, immunology, and fertility, and many others. I'm a biotechnologist and I work in the medical field, but I start my course of study in plant and agricultural biotechnology. So, as Lucia said before, it's an original career, because I obtained a master's degree, a second master level, and a PhD, but with different timing than the usual one. I'm an extremely curious person, and this curiosity has guided me in my life, making me move, let me say, not like a bee that which fly from one flower to another one, but I'm more like a butterfly that makes turns and turns before reaching the different flowers. Starting from the beginning, so I studied plant and agricultural biotechnology at the University of Turin, and I did my thesis in plant pathology department, where I enter in contact with the love of my life, that is the molecular biology, and start to work on a modification of DNA, RNA. And while I was finished university, I had the great opportunity from my thesis professor at that time to go and work in Rome at the Italian Ministry of Environment for the Land and Sea. And I worked there as a biotechnological consultant, in particular focusing on the United Nations Convention on Biodiversity and on the Cartagena biosafety protocols, that is for the GMOs regulation. The idea at the beginning was to work, and in the meantime, I finished the exam at the university, but that work was totally new for me. It was about legislation, laws, and politics. And I studied a lot during that period. I learned a lot and I traveled a lot all over the world. It was really an amazing period, but the only problem was that doing that demanding job, I wasn't able to finish my studies. So after 2 years, I took the big decision to leave the work and come back to Turin to finish the exam, and I got the master's degree. And after graduating, I spent a few months at university where there was the possibility to do a PhD in the group where I was, but I was not longer convincing to continue work in the field of plant biotechnologies. And while I was there, undecided about whenever or not to apply for the PhD, I found a second level master that was funded by the European Union and was in advanced technologies applied to the biotechnology. So it was a sort of 360-degree overview of all the new biotechnological in the news in the biotech fields, a sort of coming back to the applied science. So I attended that stage, that master, and with the master stage, I joined a Swiss biotech company that was Serono, that after a few months was acquired by Merck, where I'm still working. So I entered in Merck based on what I was able to do in molecular biology field, and I spent some years working on molecular biology, but in biological quality control, where we perform activities to guarantee the quality and safety of all the manufacturing process of biotechnological drugs. So for the batch release, for the drugs that are administered to the patients. And in general, you have to think that the quality control work is very structured and regulated. But as I said before, since I was a little girl, I have always been very curious and looking for new things. And let me say that I didn't have many stimuli in doing quality control. So in the meantime, I started doing many things, a lot of different things, also outside work, including experience of volunteer in Africa. And I have done for several years volunteering in Africa with NGOs from Turin during my summer holidays. And there I did laboratory analysis, in particular on parasitosis and virosis. And in one of these experiences, I was looking for a worm, the schistosoma is called. That is, in particular, I was looking for the eggs of these parasites in the urine of the local school children. And the schistosoma causes the schistosomiasis, that is the second leading cause of death from parasitosis after malaria in Africa. And in this experience, I found the schistosoma seg in many children urines. And I remember that I was very worried. Sorry, and I remember that I went to the village nurse, totally afraid about this, but the nurse immediately reassured me. And he said, don't worry, we have the solution, a drug for the treatment. And he took out a bottle that was full of pills, and on the label of the bottle was written Merck. And I asked him an explanation about my drug, the drug of my company. And he told me that was a drug donated by a company through the WHO program. And I say, it's not only a company, it's my company. I was very proud about it. And that moment was a sort of turning point, because when I come back home, I learn at Merck that Merck manufactures the drug for schistosomiasis and distributes it in Africa. I also learned that Merck was working on a new drug that was optimized for the treatment in children. So I got in contact with the person involved in the team, telling them my story and starting to understand if it was possible to support their work. And so starting from this coincidence, let me say, to find my company treatment in the middle of nowhere, I had the opportunity to join the team with a short-term assignment and to work on a schistosoma. So I moved to Zimbabwe for 4 months, and I work on molecular biology analysis related to the schistosomiasis disease. And that was a unique experience, both from a cultural and adaptive point of view. I met different amazing people, but in particular, I work with many doctoral students, and they were full of ideas and enthusiasm. And so when I returned, it returned to desire to do a PhD. And when I was back home, I started looking for an industrial PhD that is specific for company employees. I found one at the University of Turin, and I did the exam and I started the PhD, as Lucia Salto said before, in complex system for life science. And let me say that I spent 3 demanding and splendid years with deep lessons in biochemistry, physics, molecular biology, and many, many topics. I studied a lot in the evening after work and also during the weekend, and was a really challenging period. But I was very happy because I always say at that time that I was breathing science. And in the end, I got my doctorate with a thesis that was focused on my work in the company. Moreover, let me say that during the PhD lesson, I heard of a new molecular biology tool that is the genome editing system to modify the DNA that is called CRISPR-Cas9. I don't know if you heard about it. It's an amazing system to modify cells. And you have to think that the 2 ladies that discovered CRISPR in 2012, they won the Nobel Prize in 2020. So in a very short period due to the importance of this discovery. And I was also really fascinated about this new technology, and I started talking about it at work. And like for the schistosomiasis, I found that there was a team in Merck that was working on CRISPR. So I exploited the potential of Merck company, that is a big company, and I applied for a job rotation. And so I had the chance to work deeply on CRISPR for 4 months in Missouri, in St. Louis, in one of our sites, in our Merck site. And this happened 5 years ago. Well, in the last 5 years, many things have changed at work. There have been several reorganizations. This is usually in a big company. And thanks, I think, to my curiosity and proactivity, during one of these changes, the company offered me to work in an innovation team. So no more routine tests for me. And so I joined this team. And after a short time, based on the PhD that I obtained in the meantime, I received the offer of the role of laboratory manager. So now I'm leading a small group of people with different PhD students. We work on innovation, studying and applying new innovative technologies such as digital PCR, next generation sequencing, and CRISPR to support the quality control. Well, in the end, just in 10 minutes, my career life until now. And let me say that as a result of my self-analysis and also relating on what was discussed before, I would like to leave you some take-home message, let me say. The first one is that do what you like and what delights you. And don't let that the timing block you, because you will get your goal. With different timelines, but based on my personal story, if you want, you will get them. The second, if you have the possibility, go abroad to collect experiences, meet new people, find new things, and get involved. And the curiosity must win over any fear, and try to transform what are the problems into opportunity. And in the end, don't worry if you are not like a bee, because I can guarantee you that you will have wonderful experiences during the butterflies offensive. And that's all from relating my experience. I hope you enjoying this quickly roller coaster working experience, and I'm open to any question or suggestion or anything else. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Luisa, for such a concise but complete presentation of your very interesting CV and professional profiles and your take-home messages. I would put the stress of two things. First, how does an international experience count? Because when you are preparing your next, when you are preparing your postdoc and you have to write your CV, how does an international work and study experience abroad count?
I think this is very important, because it's a sort you need to adapt. When you go abroad, you met new culture, it's a new life, it's something to start. And so it's very important, in particular, also in the company, because it's what we call the soft skill. The company are very important, the soft skills. Yes, the experience, etc., but also the adaptability, the capability to work in teams, to create new connection, to interact with people, are always skills that are really appreciated during our interview, for example. So adaptability,
flexibility, working abroad, also becoming open-minded, because you have to work in a multicultural context. And maybe for our participants today, what are open now positions for PhD at Merck? As far as I know, Merck do really hire PhD. So is in need of top professional, of researchers with lots of skills, technical and also transferable skills. So,
well, Merck is, as I said, there are three main pillars. So we are looking essentially for people engaged in the medical part, but there's also the electronic part. So it's full, for example, of engineer, physics, mathematics is the other part. And the PhD is something that is very useful in the healthcare where I work, the medical part. If you want to apply, for example, for certain type of position, like for example, lab ed, you need to have a PhD. Or also for specific work relating the research and development, it could be very useful. And the number of people with PhD is still increasing in Merck in the last few years. Absolutely, we are moving in that direction.
So PhD are really employable. You can demonstrate it, and so Merck is a wonderful, opportunity in terms of job, because of the fame, the place, the innovation carried out there. And what about the recruitment process? Because you are not an hunter, you are not a career coach, but you have experienced it personally. How does it work? Sorry, Svetlana. There is also a question from Svetlana. Sorry.
Can I answer before, or is better to take the other question?
Yeah. Please answer. This is very important.
Okay. Well, let me say that there's a recruitment process. So I can tell you what I expected from candidates when we are involved in a recruitment process. The first piece of advice is to find out information about the company, as Lucia said before, and carefully evaluate which are the requirements for the position you are applying for, because at least we receive that type of curriculum vitae, because there's a preliminary stop with the recruiter. If you are not the specific requirements, you won't arrive to our step for the interview, the technical interview. Let me say that this is another important point. The curriculum vitae must be truthful, because during the interview, usually we ask to detail the curriculum vitae and experiences. So you need to answer to them in a quite good way. Then, as I said before, include also personal information, because personal information, passion, sports, what I was saying before, these are related to the personal soft skill. For example, if you say I'm the coach of a volleyball team, this could mean that you are able to manage people, for example. And so this could be a good skill for the company. Then I think that follow what you suggested before, what Lucia Salto suggested before, and in particular for the curriculum, take advantage of these figure like the career consultant, because they are very useful. Absolutely. I always say, just as advice, take an advice from people with more experience than you. And then also relating one point that Lucia Salto said, that we always ask during the interview to describe 3 of your strengths and 3 of your weakness. And many people don't think about them. It's a sort of, you need to do a self-analysis before. And then there's another question that is quite funny, but is a question to understand how a candidate thinks. We always ask, because we are an innovation team, so we need to be different. Our question is, if you have a superpower, what will it be? And methodical people reason in a work addicted way, like saying, for example, time travel, elasticity, possibility to duplicate. And more creative people answer like a candidate a few months ago. That was very funny, because they say, I wish I was the Black Widow of Marvel Comics. She doesn't have any specific superpowers, but she throws herself into every action with the other superheroes. So it was a really nice and funny. And this means that that person was a creative one, thinking out of the box. And the other things, another point, just a suggestion in general, based on the discussion that and the topics tried before, don't focus too much on super specific things, but try to, let me say, broaden your experiences. Because in our work, based on my experience, are important the technical skills, but as I said before, is important also all the people's soft skills.
Thank you, Svetlana.
Okay, thank you very much, Luisa and Lucia, especially for inviting you to talk to us today. I have 2 questions. I maybe have a strange question for you, but you know, people are always interested in this. What was the most difficult thing when you moved outside?
It's difficult to make connection. I'm a social person, so it's difficult for me to interact with people. the worst thing that during my experience was to pass a lot of time alone at the beginning. And it's not easy, depending on the person. There are persons that are quite alone, but I need to speak with other people usually. And so that was I think the difficult things for me.
Okay, thank you very much, Luisa. And the second question, we would like to invite you to join our mentoring program, because in the chat, in my personal messages to me, I have several questions about whether you are joining our program and whether you are willing to mentor someone, because people, when they do have a personal impression from someone, they would like to continue sometimes interaction with those people.
No, this is possible. I think, yes, it's something that I could do absolutely, because I think that this type of initiative is very useful. You have to think that also in Merck, we have also a mentoring program, an internal mentoring program. And the nice thing is that what you, Svetlana, said before is that it is suggested to find a mentor outside your research area. Exactly what you said before. So it's the same thing also in company.
Thank you very much, Luisa. I think Lucia will guide you on joining the mentoring program, and a lot of people will try to find you over there. We also do have at your access industrial mentoring program that is related to a bit different way of mentoring and different way of processing the whole issue. And if you don't mind, I will connect you with our colleague from Spain who leads this program, and invite you there to talk about your experience. Also, if you'd like, you can also work with Merck on providing mentors for this mentoring program, because companies usually use sessions of this program to find future employees.
Now, this is something that I could also exploit with my company. Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
It would be really great, because I think that one of the points is to help a PhD to become more employable, to find top opportunities, and so, and she would be an excellent mentor. Any question? Because I have questions. What about if you have to give us a tip in 3 words, a final tip in 3 words for PhD graduates at the end?
As I said before, do what delights you. And remember also that you are the best promoter of yourself. So if you want to do something, try to do it. Proactivity is one of the things that I think is useful in life in general. So try always.
So, and I would say that every opportunity, there are people who maybe they don't consider all opportunity. Maybe you have to be open to all opportunity, all possibilities, because you never know what future is prepared for you. And so
Exactly. Absolutely.
this is another. And what about this is I would can I say, a burning question. What about the salary in companies?
Salary in company is quite good. There are a lot of benefits. This is one of the reasons why different people are looking for company. The company in Switzerland, the salary is better, but
yes, yes, I guess.
But it's no, it's not. It's different from in particular at the beginning, because the staying at the university, it's very difficult, in particular in the preliminary years. With some fellowships is not easy.
Yes, and I think that also in terms of equipment, if you are in a laboratory and you need equipment, I think that at Merck
Yes, it's better than university, but it's not so easy because you need to convince the upper management, you need to provide a business case, you need to prove the added value of the technology is not so easy. I think the university could be easiest because you can say, I would like to try a new project. There are a lot of students and you can manage it. In the company, yes, you have access to great technology and expensive technologies, absolutely, but it's not like Disneyland. So we have to prove the importance of the technology with a business case and a return for the company.
Okay, we are moving to the last part. We still have 3 more minutes if someone is interested to ask something or to share something with us. Okay, thank you very much, Tanya. Maybe you say final words and
Yes,
see you next time.
I would like to thank you, first of all, to Lucia and Luisa for your amazing presentation, speech, and so inspiring, I hope, for everybody. So if you need assistance, just to do this remark, for mentoring program, if you have any question, doubt, how to find a mentor, how to register, such kind of things, please don't hesitate to text us, and we'll be more than glad to support you. I wish you all the best in your career growth, and don't hesitate to search for support and to put aims and goals and go straight away. So thank you one more time. All the materials related to this meeting will be provided at the page of the event. So I will notify you once they are available. So thank you one more time, and I hope we'll see you soon again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.